Her darling boyfriend too. Common baby, I'll see you when I close from work. He hanged the call. Bella stood surprised as she stood looking at Alvin, who told her he was at work at a canteen with another lady. She worked angrily to where he was chatting with the lady. I see. This is your new office, right? She spoke loudly, causing him to spring from his seat. Baby, what are you doing here? I'm only trying to help her get a job. Was that the reason you told me you're at work? He scratched his head. Actually, I'm not through for today. Just wanna attend to her before going to my office. What are you doing around here? She breathed a sigh of relief. I was driving when I saw your car, that's why I came in. Oh baby, you're so caring. He gave her a warm hug. It will not be enough for my care, she said teasingly. She pulled him closer for a short deep kiss, not minding she was in a public. I love you and don't forget to come over when you are through, she said without waiting for a reply. She walked out. Bella's puff. I adjusted my seatbelt and breathed heavily. Thank goodness. It was none of my thoughts. Initially, when I saw his car parked in local canteen, I thought it was stolen, so I decided to stop and check in. I called him to know where he was. I never knew he was not standing far from me. The sight of the innocent girl got my heart shattered. I was confused and I don't want to believe my thoughts. Alvins can never cheat on me no matter what he takes. The lady was really lucky that she ain't one of the ladies who always seduce my man, 'cause of his cute gentle face. Anyway, I know my darling boyfriend loves me so much. I have all he wanted. I have a tiny waist and a curved buttocks. I have a full BRE at Saint and I'm as cute as well. I arrived home, mom and dad were at home. I don't like when dad is at home. He treat me like a teenager and scold me aggressively. Sometimes, mom have to tell him I am no longer kid. She sighed me in everything. I greeted mom and dad without waiting for their response. I moved toward the stairs, but dad called back my attention, saying he wanna have a word with me. I walked sluggishly to him, hoping he's not calling me for a hurt discussion. It's about you and Alvin. I'm not against you being in a relationship with him. The question is that do you know his feelings towards you? He might turn something else. He sat quietly for a while. I want you to be a responsible girl and I don't want anyone to play with your feelings. If I'm to make my decision, I must say I'm against your relationship with him. You don't know anything about him and he's got nothing to give you. I swallowed hard hearing my dad speaking against Alvin. I wanted to cry but I held back my tears and spoke up in a low tune. I love Alvin and he loves me also. I know you love him and I believe my little angel, but he might turn out to be something else. You know black people are dangerous. I was already burning in rage. I always have issues with Whitney whenever she says black people are dangerous. With my dad saying the same thing seems to be tough. I was lucky. Mom spoke up for me. She told dad plainly that I'm old enough to take care of myself. Dad was not satisfied, but her words saved me from his argument. I walked to my room and undressed myself. I find casual clothes. I waited for Alvin to call or text, but none was coming up. I became worried and decided to give him a call. Alvin always texted me when he couldn't call. I called him, but he refused to answer my call. The thought of what happened earlier crushed my mind. I knew he was angry with the way I approached him. Everyone could tell I was suspecting him when I asked him if that's his new office. My worries grew. I needed to calm him down, I said to myself. He speaks little but acts much. He gets angry easily. My night will be bad without seeing Alvin or his text. I dressed up immediately to go to his house, but it was late already. I lied to my dad that Whitney was ill and she asked me to come. I was smart enough by calling Whitney to inform her about my plans. Dad asked me to spend the night with her, making me delighted to spend the night with Alvin will make him forgive me. I arrived at Alvin. I tapped the doorbell several times. It took him enough time to open the door. He was sweating profusely. To be continued.